What's up guys, it's Study with Slow back again with another video, and in this video we will talk about the coronavirus. Basically for this video I got something special for you, and what I mean by that, basically we are going to use our machine learning skills to predict something much more important rather than changes of their poorest prices to make more profit. So guys, we all know that right now we are in the stage of coronavirus, which is came out from the Wuhan, China, and it is spreading the whole world, killing people. So right now we are in the global crisis, and people like us that know how to code and know how to use machine learning can contribute to this case, but creating models that can predict the behavior of coronavirus outbreak on the following days. So this is what we're going to do right now. So first thing which we have to do is to collect the data from the kaggle.com of coronavirus.
Now we are working on the coronavirus dataset which we have downloaded from the kaggle.com, and we are going to predict the count of the patients of coronavirus in different countries by analyzing the details of the patients, their infection regions, their disease regions, the birth date, and etc., and many more attributes. Now going on to the Jupyter notebook, we will implement the following model. Now we are going to import the basic libraries of machine learning, the NumPy, Pandas, the Seaborn libraries for the visualization, the Matplotlib library for the plotting of the different graphs, and further by analyzing the different attributes from the dataset, we are going to predict the count of the coronavirus patients in different countries. Now we are importing the dataset pd.read csv and the location of our current dataset file, and then pd.df patients.tail, and then the shift enter, and the output you can see on our screen. The last 5 rows of our dataset on our screen, and then in the new cell df patients.is na, the null values from the dataset dot sum will count all the null values from the dataset, and as you can see we are running this cell and the total count of the null values is as output on our screen. And then in the new cell, by analyzing our dataset, we can see that the birth year contains many null values, which you can see that 4958, the count of the birth year is much. Then we can fill these values by the df patients dot birth year dot fill na, and 0.0 we can fill this place null values by the 0.0 value. Here we have another attribute, the confirmed date, which indicates the patient is suffering from the coronavirus. Now we are grouping the patients according to the confirmed date by the statement df patient dot group by dot id dot count, and we are running this cell df patient dot head, and you can see the top 5 rows of our dataset. Now we are visualizing this data by the attribute daily count dot plot, and the title of this graph could be daily confirmed count, and on the x-axis we are plotting the confirmed date attribute, and on the y-axis we are plotting the number of patients of coronavirus on that particular date. As you can see, we have run this cell and the graph is plotted on our screen. As you can see in the graph, the highest peak is 1000 people which are affected on the date 3/01/2020. Now the attribute age from the dataset. Now there is one of the important attributes in this dataset, which is the age of the patient, and we have to analyze that attribute age. And further in the new cell we are going to analyze the person which are dead by this coronavirus. Now we are going to plot the age distribution of the deceased patients by the KDE plot. KDE is a non-parametric way to estimate the probability density function of a random variable, which means that if we have to plot the graph on one attribute, then we can use the KDE plot, and in this we are going to plot the graph of the age attribute and you can see we have made that graph. The age between 40 to 80 is the highest number of people who are diseased by this coronavirus. Now in this KD plot we have to further count the number of males and females, and then here you can see in our new cell we have plotted that sns.kd plot data equal to female date age, and in the another line we got the males, and on our screen you can see the KD plot age distribution of the deceased by the gender. The orange graph indicates the female number of patients and the blue graph indicates the male number of patients who are deceased by the coronavirus. And in the cell, now for this male and female count we are going to plot the bar graph by the statement dead dot sex dot value counts dot plot dot bar graph, and in the blue bar you can see the male patients and in the orange you can see the female patients. The number of female patients are less in the age group of 40 to 80 and the male patients are more who have deceased by the coronavirus. Now there are many reasons by which the coronavirus is infected, and there we have some reasons in our data set, and we are going to visualize the infection reasons of this data set, and by plotting the graph df patients dot infection reasons dot value counts dot plot graph, and here you can see on our screen the various reasons by which the people are causing the coronavirus disease. Now the another data set of this problem, the df route dot head, which we have imported into this Jupyter notebook, and now we can see the different attributes of the data set: id, date, province, city where this person is, we can found the coronavirus person where we can found, and the visit, latitude and the longitude. These all are the attributes of this another data set. And now we are going to visualize this data set by plotting the bar graph of the number of patients in that particular city, and here you can see the different bar graph and bars with the different cities and the number of count of the coronavirus patients. Cities like Joanji, Suel are having the number of patients of coronavirus. Now guys, we are importing the training and the test data into the model by using the MLP regression library of the Scikit-Learn neural network. We are importing the MLP regression. Now we are going to import the training and the test data using the Scikit-Learn neural network, and we are importing the MLP regression library. The MLP regression trains iteratively, since at each time steps the partial derivative of the loss functions with respect to the model parameters are computed to update the parameter. It can also have a regularization term added to the loss function that shrinks model parameter to prevent overfitting. Now in the MLP regressor we are taking the parameters hidden layer sizes. Maximum iterations of this will be 50,000. The alpha value will be 0.0005 and the random state which is equals to the 26, and then we are fitting this model, and to test this model we are writing the statement test equal to np.arrange length data, and we are reshaping that data. Then we are predicting the model.predict test. Now we have the predicted count from this model of the coronavirus patients, and in the new cell we are going to plot the graph which is on the current in the predict confirm count of the patient. As you can see, on the x-axis we have plotted the date, and on the y-axis we are plotting the number of count of the patients which are suffered by the coronavirus.
Guys, at the end, this is our responsibility to tell you about the precautions of coronavirus. Stay informed on the latest development about coronavirus. Follow the advice given by your healthcare provider, local public health authority, or your employer on how to protect yourselves and others. So guys, here are some precautions shown on the screen which you can follow to protect yourself from the coronavirus.